Peace to the God. And now it's start the live up here. Yeah, see, I was experimenting. I got another new program. I was over here experimenting with different things. Majestic God, sincere born Asiatic. That thing is yellow. True 120. What's the deal with True 120?
There's books and shadow.
Yeah, see the the question. It's not really. What's that? That's just the title of the video, I guess. Forever Allah, I God. Just maintaining right now. I was in here experimenting with this new program. I was live on Facebook for a minute, but I was just experimenting to see how it works. This new program, it works. Well, it's a good camera. Forever Allah and our God was the sounds for y'all. True 120 said, I wanted to touch on this, my reasoning for questioning Miss Amina and the other individuals in class. Well, go ahead and touch on it. I got doing things, studying. But when everybody sees that point right there that's in the title of the video, what do y'all think of that? Rules to be enforced while building a nation of God and earth. See, there's one thing I can see with this. This program got a little more lag time. True 120 said, I look to you, Sunyas, and Infinite to guide, teach, and be what air likes. I never meant to disrespect or to cause drama. I came into knowledge of self in 1999 up north. Things were different in there. I hold dear to refinement being vital and gaining knowledge. A new way of life requires subtracting in order to add on. You did what you think is right. It really, I don't know if I mean that's peace though. True 120. I heard that. Forever Allah said there's always rules. Musadik, peace. Is that it? Nobody else had any understanding on that statement. Rules to be enforced while building the nation of God and earth. Majestic said there are dietary rules, studying and learning the 8 points. Word is bond, to name a few. That's peace, black man. Anyone else? Anyone? Bueller? The Christian peace. I think I'm on a little lag today. Showing yellow. It's actually not that much of a lag. God said, clarify rules, God, are clarify rules. God's word are held accountable for being righteous and to civilize the savage. What exactly is your question? Asiatic mathematics, peace. When Sadiq said going in the lab to get this knowledge. I mean, all these things are peace. But go into the degree, right, that see, what you see is that I reversed the polarity in the wisdom, ability, destroy degree. See where it says, what was Yakub's first rules and regulations, including all laws to be enforced while manufacturing the devil? Jah God, peace. See, remember what I was saying yesterday about people being qualified and disqualified? See, that's the first rules right there. People have to qualify and disqualify themselves. Which goes into, what True 120, the comment you was making about asking the people in the class questions, those people got to qualify, disqualify themselves. Are they even people of that ability? True 120 said having knowledge of self on cap is one thing. One must refine self. What do you mean have knowledge of self on cap? But when you deal with, when you go into the science of the manufacturing of the devil, right? And it says what and how the devil was made, right? Being able to quote degrees, that's piece True 120, right? Our God said knowing the lessons is just memorizing. You have to have understanding. But when you look at how the devil was made, right? The devil was made from grafting. But what's the first step of grafting? Supreme justice. What's the science? What's the first step of grafting? Our God hit it on the head. See, separation is the first step of grafting. Now, so what's the first step, right? If separation is the first step of grafting, right? And grafting is how you build a nation of devils, right? Then what's got to be your first step, right, of building a nation, a righteous nation of God and earth? Divine truth, peace to the God. True 120 said, that's my point. Brothers will bomb you for quoting incorrectly, yet live savagely. 793rd, peace, God. D. Christian hit it on the head. In order to reverse grafting, which begins with separation, right? The devil, the Yaqub separated the seeds in order to make the devil. See, we united all the seeds through knowledge of self. You understand what I'm saying? Divine Truth said civilization, Musaddiq said, must start with the foundation. Knowledge born, peace to the God. Yeah, I was listening from up here, man, but it's like, oh, man, see, everything what y'all saying, you know, these things that y'all saying in terms of starting with the foundation, you know, studying your lessons, you know, yeah, these are all things that you do to reverse the polarity. D. Christian said, just call me God Salam. What is it, Salam or Selam? God 7 Selam. Divine Son, peace. Selam. That's peace. What does Selam mean? Q Allah, peace. I ain't see you in a minute, God. Yeah, we was in here speaking on the first rules to be enforced while building a righteous nation of God and earth. Which is what we got to do, right? Because we not the God that's making the devil. So the brothers that just came in the room, what y'all got to say pertaining to that right there? The Christian said the meaning peace in Amharic, paying homage to my Jamaican ancestry through Rastafari, born you truth. God is I, no mystery. I don't even know what Amharic is. Where is it spoken? The new brothers that came in the room, y'all don't have a answer for that? What rules should be enforced, right? While building a righteous nation of God and earth. Knowledge Born said you have to have a proper understanding of supreme mathematics. If your foundation ain't strong, your house gonna fall. Universal peace. Divine Sense said in order to build to righteousness, we must destroy the negativity within our circumference. See, like-minded building and social equality, all levels. We got state of the art in here. Let's see how you do today. What's going on, state of the art? Anybody else? Universal, that's the question right now for the room is what rules are to be enforced while building a righteous nation of God and earth? Allah said, gotta flip Yakub's weak polarity through righteousness, civilization demonstrated mathematically. That's peace. I'm on a little bit of a lag today. I don't know why my thing is yellow. That's why I guess it's taking me a long time to respond. Universal said proper education. Yeah, I don't know if it's the program or my connection or whatever it is. See, we got to deal, just now I took it to the Understand the Cipher degree, right? When I was speaking on this topic right before y'all came in the room. But this time we could take it to the wisdom knowledge degree. See, Yakub's law is unlike attract and like repel. But see, our law is like attract and unlike gets repelled. So what's the like? when we dealing with the manufacturing of the devil as opposed to building a righteous nation of God and earth, right? Who's the like? Kua said the righteous teachers in this poor part of the planet Earth. The Christian said the like is who build with supreme mathematics, supreme alphabet, and 120. That's peace. Kua Allah said mentally. That's peace. Kua said Yaqub's is real. See, the like is the black, the brown, and the yellow. That becomes one mind through what Kua and D. Christian is saying right here in universal. Proper education. You see what I'm saying? Through getting the proper knowledge of self through supreme mathematics and supreme alphabet. Becoming one mind. See, Yaqub, right, with his law on birth control, he made the black and the brown be unalike. That's what you have to do. You have to separate the black from the brown in order to specify to kill the black. The brown couldn't think they was black. They couldn't think they was one and the same with them. The black, the brown, and the yellow. Becoming one mind through these teachings. (793) said encouraging that unification, not that separation, removing the beast off of the planet as well as removing the pins, strengthening bonds within family structures. Yeah, that's peace right there. You see, all throughout those lessons, right, we see different rules. You know what I'm saying? What I wanted to get into right here is a brother said, word is bond. Now I got a question for the room, right? What does that mean, word is bond? Allah put knowledge. Asiatic mathematics said bound to your word. Allah said the word sparked in bond. Magnanimous 137, peace. Magnanimous said bound to life. D. Christian said it means you are a man of your word and stand by what you say and are willing to give your life for it. State of the Art asks a question here. Does the original Muslims in the 136 have anything to do with the population of 17 million? Well, that's who it says they are in the 136. Asiatic mathematics said, I take that degree literal. That's one of the only degrees I see as 100% literal. Quashim Brown said, peace. Quashim said, word is born refers to the 18th, 19th, and 20th degree. That would be in the 140 for y'all that don't know that. Divine Truth said, my understanding is that your word is law, and you must stand on what it is that you say. 793 says, not just saying things as in misusing slang, imitating what you thought you heard, Zaza, repeating someone else's wisdom that you may not have proper understanding of or know Zaza. Q Allah said, you know, but triple darkness could be applied. Our God said, word is bond. Bond is life. If your word is not good, what is your life? State of the Art said, I see word is bond in reference to the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10. That's interesting. That's very interesting. State of the Art. Very, very interesting. How do you see that? How do you see that? Word is born in reference to the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10. Chose self, peace to the God. Knowledge of Allah, peace. State of the Art. We waiting on because this could be very interesting. State of the Art said the word was made bond, flesh, through man and woman, and made knowledge born from being in tune with mathematics. Um, see the 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 thing that I would say, right, state of the art right there, is the word was made life, and then where you put flesh. Because yes, my words give life. I don't have to be bound. I don't have to be bound to life. I'm life itself. And my words is life. You understand what I'm saying? Born king, peace. See, we can't get, Sincere Asiatic, I think it was. Was it Sincere Asiatic? Said he takes that degree. This is one of the only degrees that he takes literally. Was that Sincere Asiatic? Because that was actually, yeah, Asiatic mathematics. When he said that, because he don't hardly take nothing literally. Queen Mecca, peace. But see, in that instance, right, we can't be caught up like what y'all brothers were saying, right? In terms of, when you look at the two ones right there, when you look at the mathematics of that, right? Thai-born, Asiatic, and Darkim, peace to the gods. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the one and the one, you know what I'm saying? We know that, also with your words go ways and actions. When the word is made flesh, you understand what I'm saying? This is what Kwashin was dealing with, the knowledge build degree and the knowledge born degree and the wisdom out of cipher degree. When the word is made flesh, yeah, that's you living out what you said. Your word is life. You actually, when we say we the true and living God, the activities of your life is showing and proving who you are. So word is life. But see, we can't get caught up, right, in having a substitute for I swear to God. That's why I said all that to say that we can't get caught up in having a substitute for, if I'm lying, God will strike me down. See, that happens a lot of times. We have some of these concepts, these religious concepts, so deeply ingrained that we transfer them over and bring them over here to the 5%. Some things is religious, some things is social. That you bring over from the dead world and try to give it life. But most of them things you're not going to be born alive with. And so you got a lot of brothers you see, they elder brothers, they walk with Allah and everything, and then they did 25, 30 years. That's how long it took them to learn. let's be careful of that when we use word is bond. That we not substituting swear to God in this culture. Let me back up a little bit some here. Q Allah said, plus literature is for further development. God might repeat verbatim to increase a deeper understanding. Quizar Quaco LeBron, peace. I always say word is born in reference to thought, word, action. The words we speak begin with what we know. And once we put into action the thought, and word become manifest. Word becomes life. Sincere Shakima. Peace. Joseph said word is born as a fact. Words are true or false. Truth is life. False is death or mental death. Tell the truth. Give light life. See, tell the truth and give life. See, what's tell the truth? Tell the truth is wisdom power. Tell the truth and give life. You just came in, Joseph? Somebody, you see, Shakima, look who came with many blessings, Baraka, for you. And True 120. Brilliant. What's the science, what? Yeah, Joseph, this has been a lively. You're gonna have to go back and check. You're gonna have to go back and check this one out. We hit 2 topics already. District 120 music, peace. Yeah, so Asiatic mathematics, you see the level of the confusion now, right? Jay Baldwin, it's been a while. Peace, what's going on? D Christian. Yeah, I pass on the sandwich. Majestic God Allah said, word is born, your words matching your actions. Lying is devilishment. See that's see one thing what you said right there. So you can lie on somebody else. And in that way, it didn't really affect word is bond. In terms of what you're saying right there, your words matching your actions. See, that's one of the places where we get into swear to God. When you start placing word is bond on other people's actions. When you start placing word is bond on things that's not even under your control, now you're just saying swear to God. Oh, whoa, here we go. The black atheist. Let me get down to you in a second. Let me see who else just came in here. Oh, man. Where's my, Jasim? So here we got Supreme Justice went back. We hit this topic earlier, but Supreme Justice adding on saying peace. As far as how I see it, we first have to see if we healthy, strong, and good builders around us. If one can't build or even know the meaning of building, we just losing time. Yeah, see, that's what I said was the first rules. But what we had got into was that the next rules have to be to unite the seeds. Because Yaqub, with his law, made the black and the brown and the yellow seeds unalike. Because he separated the black from the brown. Or he separated the brown from the black and grafted it into white by destroying the black. So therefore, the black and the brown cannot know they was the same. That's why our law is like a track. And as the brothers were saying earlier, you understand what I mean? The black, the brown, and the yellow become one mind through the proper knowledge of oneself. God cipher, divine peace. So now let's talk to black atheists. Jasim, peace. He Kareem. I got my transport crew up in here now. God cipher, divine. He Kareem. D Christian. Crew had checked it. What happened? Q is not up on it. Oh, you don't know about the sandwich. So hold on, let's get down to black atheist now. He says, no reasonable person should believe in any gods. If we had evidence for God, we don't need faith. Well, I don't have faith, black atheist. Where's your proof of a God? Well, you know, I look in the mirror, you know, like I pinch myself like this. I seem pretty real to me. I don't know, do you have a particular test, a particular scientific theory that you want to test out on me? I seem 100% real. said you have evidence. What's the evidence? Asiatic mathematics. Now you got it. Now this you I don't think he wants to come up against you. Black atheist. Asiatic mathematics says that atheist is atheist. Jassim Suleimani said, you said our true nature is supreme mathematics. Can you add on? Okay, hold on. We got Queen Divine Zia came in, right? Hold on. I'm gonna get to that question, Jassim. Let me. You know, I get caught up with the Luciferians a lot. You know that about me by now. Black atheist said, just because we don't have all the answers means that God did it. Just because we don't have all the answers, I guess it said, doesn't mean that God did it. Just means we don't know. Well, answers to what, black atheists? And who's we? So, I'm not sure, black atheists, I think you may have mistaken my name. You may have seen my name and mistaken me for a religious person. You said man created God in his image. What are these things? True self, peace to God. All right, so while black atheist gets his thoughts together, let's deal with this. Jassim said, you said our true nature is supreme mathematics. Can you add on? See, mathematics, right, is how an idea becomes a full reality. It's how a thought becomes complete as a physical reality that everybody can bear witness to. And the steps and stages that thought goes through, right, in order to come to completion, is knowledge to born. And this is the way the original man, this is the way the original man activates. This is the way the universe around us activates. This is the way the planet Earth, when we say the heavens above and the earth below, that's why this mathematics applies to all of that. Because this is the science of bringing a thought all the way to full fruition. Born alive. Does that answer? Does that answer your question? Let me catch back up here now and see if did I say peace to Queen Divine Zia. I can't, I only have like 2 or 3 black women that come on here, so I have to be politically correct now. Wait, where we at? Black atheists. Black atheists said, we as people, bruh, don't have all the answers. And just because we don't have all the answers justifies, just because we don't have all the answers doesn't justify us stating that God did it. Yeah, but who are you saying is saying that a God did it? Like, I think you got the wrong room. Black atheist says, what came before the body? Nobody knows that. Are we sure about that? I mean, black atheist, you are seeming like a theist. You seem like you believe very much. You believe very much in God. Supreme Justice said, black atheists, are you sure nobody knows that? Or just you? Black atheist says, District, nobody has all the answers. You are only lying to yourself when you say you have all the answers. Supreme Justice said, black atheists, I'm sure you do know, though you don't want to admit it, and know it's not a mystery God. Black atheist says, Arrington, nobody knows that, just like nobody knows there is a God. Jasim said, knowledge is more than just perception. I'm saying, black atheist, man, I gotta ask you a question, man. Like, whose side are you on here? You gotta touch it out of meaning in you, man. You said you're a theist, right, bro? No, I'm not a theist. I'm not a theist. You said, do I believe there's a God? Yeah, I think you got the wrong room, man. Do I believe? I just told you, man, I look in the mirror, I pinch myself right here. I'm real. I'm absolutely real. I mean, if I'm not real, then you crazy, because you having a conversation with me. So, I mean, we gotta kind of weigh these things carefully. Asiatic mathematics said we are not theists. Black atheist says not at all. I'm not sure what you're saying no to. Black atheist. Alright. Darkim said universal consciousness came before the body. The black atheist said, it's foolish to believe in God, my black brother. Yeah, then why you keep telling us about God creating man as his image? Like, wow, that's what I'm saying. Like, you speaking religiously, and then you say it's foolish to believe in God, and you're making accusations that no one in this room, you know, is guilty of. District 120 said, I never said I had all the answers, born universal truth. Those answers can be obtained. Those answers, wait, where we at? Those answers can be obtained by doing the knowledge digging where no shovel has began to dig. Supreme Justice said, black atheists, all you heard was God and just ran with banging on a belief system like most atheists do. Observe before you speak. The black atheist says, God is what the white man forced upon our black ancestors. A theist is one that believes in a God, so you're an atheist like me. No, I'm not an atheist. Black atheist says, so we have no disagreement then. You're a logical black man like me, streamer. Nah. Your logic, no. We may be like, but you got some things you got to learn before you could say that we like. God Cypher Divine said, black atheist, who sent you? He came in with Amina. Jasim points out that the mystery God is what the devil came and gave us. Black atheist said, religion is a mental illness. That's why I'm an atheist. I refuse to believe in fairy tales. Okay. No one over here is asking you to. Black atheist says, so if you are an atheist and you are not a theist, what is your belief, bruh? See, this is what I'm saying. You why are you gonna say you go around doing this? But you came in here, right, telling me that I'm a victim of the white man teaching me that everything has to come from a religion. But right now, what you're expressing to me is that you can't see things outside of this paradigm, that either you believe there's a magical white man in the sky, right? Or, you go around doing whatever you're doing right now. Like, who told you that those are the two categories that things fit into? And who told you that? Who told you that everything is land and water? Who told you that there's no air? Who told you that there's no gases? Who told you that it's only solids and liquids? See, this is your belief system that you've come to impose on me. Like I said, perhaps the name threw you off because you already have a religious mindset. So when you see certain words, you begin to think religiously and go into your dogma. I choose not to be a part of your dogma. Supreme Justice said he forces religion and utilize it as an incubator for white supremacy. You're indirectly giving him credit as being our God. The white man ain't God, the original man is. Black Atheist says he's been to a religious stream and shut them down with facts. District 120 said you labeling from a perspective of what you've been taught to believe, so you're residing within religious context because you see the term God. John Sim said the good thing is that the brother is strong enough to question and stand on his understanding. Black Atheist said we have to have air to survive, bro. We have evidence of air, but no evidence of God, if that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. Because that's not the question. The question is, right, to the naked eye, we can't see air. We have to detect it in other ways. Right now, your senses haven't been developed enough to detect who I am. See, a 3-year-old, right, is not smart enough to know how smart or how much knowledge a college-educated person has. Because they haven't gotten to those things. They don't have any idea how difficult certain things are because they've never experienced them. See, experience is something that you can't see with the naked eye. But how do you know it exists? You see the evidence of it and how a person activates throughout their life. My question is, what makes you think that everything that you, or only the things that you've detected with your naked eye? Do you wear glasses? That's a serious question. If you're telling me that only the things you can detect with your naked eye is what we have to accept as real. And now we have to speak from inside of your terminology of either being a theist or an atheist. What I want to know is what makes you think that these are the two categories for me, or for anybody for that matter. Joe Self said, family show, my daughter's in the car. Supreme Justice said, Supreme Justice said, well, we ain't no religion, so the same facts you bang on them with, so do we. The only difference is you don't understand God from a scientific perspective, only a religious one. The Black Atheist said, and for your info streamer, Tommy Sotomayor, the self-hating black man, sent me to your channel. Tommy Sotomayor. So now you want me to believe that Tommy Sotomayor even knows that I have a channel. let alone to send you over here. You know, for somebody who you know, you came in talking about all these facts. Now you've gone off the deep end. True Self said, belief is taking what seems to be as it appears, and we don't do face value. D. Christian says to black atheists, so you just surf online and pop up on channels without even doing the knowledge to what the content is about. Yeah, Asiatic mathematics, that was a good one. Supreme Justice said Crispy sent you. Stop it, man. You said, yes, Tommy Sotomayor, you haven't heard of the self-hating black dude? Tommy Sotomayor is a clown. I mean, we don't discuss Tommy Sotomayor on here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what reason he would have to discuss me. You know, I guess you came on here, now you want to break out with comedy. You want to break out with comedy. For whatever reason, he only points out the wrongdoing of blacks. Blacks? What kind of word is that? We from Black Atheists. The wrongdoing of blacks. Josh Sims said that's an agent. What? Tad Kim said, why is black atheist using religious language if he's not religious? Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. Black atheist said, because you either believe in God or you don't. Josh Sims says the devil is a mindset. Asiatic said, or a black devil, I don't know which one of the two. God Cypher Devon said to black atheists, so if he only points out the wrongdoings of blacks, why did he point you in this direction? That's a very good question. Yeah, I think it's his time, Supreme Justice. Tommy told you that I'm a black Christian. Yeah, I don't know what Tommy. Well, Tommy would tell you something like that. D. Christian said, go into the science on the difference between a colored man and Caucasian man for me when you get a chance. Where we at? Hold on, let me catch up. Okay, so let's get back to D. Christian. See, yeah, I don't know why you keep saying Tommy told you that. I don't know if he really told you that or not, but no, I'm not Christian at all. That's why I told you probably got thrown off by my name. Maybe he got thrown off by my name. I have no idea. But when we deal with the colored man or the Caucasian man, right? You know what I'm saying? uh, you know, when I look at things, just like who's the brother that just asked that question? Do you know 120 lessons? Who? Yeah, D Christian. You know 120 D Christian?
It's 7 o'clock.
No, I don't want nothing to do with Tommy. Let Tommy do what he do. If that's between you and him. He teach what he teach. I teach what I teach. Um, D Christian. You know 120? All right, you are the one of 14, so I'm not going to go into the one of 40. Um, you know what I'm saying? But we take it to the one of 14. You know, in the knowledge degree, it tells you the colored man or Caucasian man is the devil. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you see the word or, that's letting you know that they're not talking about exactly the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the two, right, the Caucasian man is definitely a physical description. That's a certain people from a certain geographical knowledge. Allah said Bandcamp got the Son of Joseph project. Yeah, Bandcamp got all the physical stuff. You could download, if you do the downloads, you could download on Bandcamp and you could stream everywhere where it's streamed, but definitely Bandcamp got Son of Joseph. But when you deal with getting back to D Christian, you know what I'm saying? When you deal with that Caucasian man, that's a physical description. You know what I'm saying? But color, we could tell, right? Because color was once applied to the original man. That color could be mental or physical. Not saying that the original man was colored when he was referred to as that, but just saying that when you see that there's no particular set of physical characteristics, then you know it's a mental thing. So see, a person's mindset could be other than original. And we gotta watch out for those people too. See, this is why we not pro-black or anti-white. You see what I'm saying? Because if SW peace, this is why we not pro-black or anti-white. Because if you around your way right now and you walk into the projects, right, you can't tell who's for you and who's against you based on skin complexion. You see what I'm saying? Some people have separated themselves so far, after following this process for so many years in their own life, they've separated themselves and destroyed their nature or any good or positive nature. You know what I'm saying? That they've had. And they the devil. Shakim, peace to the God. You see what I'm saying? So that's when I say that there's a difference between the colored man and the Caucasian man. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? The Caucasian man, that's in particular Yakub's, that's like Yakub's version of the devil. But, negativity don't have its origin with them. So be aware of that in your travels, and when you realizing that we pro-righteousness and anti-devilishment. Jasim said he had a question. How did the Father show improved knowledge before wisdom? You got to clarify that question, because in a way, that's like you asking me, like, how do you show and prove that you have two eyes? Like, what do you mean, show and prove to whom? You mean the world? If you're talking about that was just over time. It was shown improving. From the fruit that was born from him, which is us. You know what I'm saying? His idea continuing to be made born after all this time. Other people, their knowledge is in disarray right now. A lot got people like me that wasn't even physically birthed in the time when he walked on this plane. And that's because of this knowledge. And that he put the knowledge before the wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? So we internalize the knowledge and then just practice off of his wisdom. That's not what we internalize. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't give us his wisdom for us to save our life. He gave us the knowledge so that we could use our own wisdom to save our life. and be wise on our own. You know. So that's what shows and proves it. But you could be asking something else, I'm not sure. Hold on, wait a minute. Jasim said, indeed, I can give you my understanding too, but it seems like it was a revolutionary idea for the time. Also, Allah was mad wise, so I wonder what his seed is. Would the Caucasian woman be the grafted devil of the planet Earth because she is a version of the Earth, or would she be categorized under Caucasian man, as well as being that man is not subjected to male or female? So you gotta remember that in the 1930s, you know, when they said, you know, like the original man, the Caucasian man, right? When they was speaking, you know, that's the same thing if they say Neanderthal man or Cro-Magnon man or whatever, right? They mean man, woman, and child. See, what it is that we living in the post-60s era right now. We living in a women's lib era where the sociologists have separated man from woman in thought and idea, so that, you know, you have a question like that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you know, when what was the guy's name when they went to the moon, right? And the dude said, this is one small step for man and one giant step for mankind. See, women then come out and say, well, what about the step for women? What about womankind? Because women's lib hadn't taken as much effect at that time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you speaking on those degrees, you speaking on man, woman, and child. So Jasim says, show and prove it to the world, or show and prove it to the firstborn. Well, what I just went into would be showing and proving it to the world. So, peace. Shaquem. Kareem said there are only two people in the world, Asiatics and Europeans. Colored or Caucasian is just two different references for the devil. T. Christian said, y'all learn that lesson not to base things on skin color. And when the guys say we are not pro-black or anti-white, we pro-righteousness and anti-establishment, makes it clear in my mind. So, Jasim, that was an answer to your question? Or did you mean, so because when you said it's a revolutionary idea, do you mean that because everybody was already kind of learning wisdom knowledge in terms of what Elijah was already teaching. That how did he get people to see that was around him at that time? Wise ruler, peace to the God. All right, state of the art. Don't start with the Allah-born God in here again. Support the police. Whoa, we got some serious trolls in here now, man. Hey, you know, you gotta love it though, because I must have made it to the real big time. I made it to the real big time now. I didn't even read what he said. I just see support the police. I made it to the real big time. I got these kind of trolls. I wonder who set this guy. What it says here? Black lives only matters when the police kills a black thug. But why ain't y'all mad when blacks are killing blacks every day in Chicago? Well, are you asking me that as an individual? Or, you know, who's y'all? That's another thing, you know, sometimes with the we and the y'all and the, you know, you talking to me, say something to me. District 120 said that's peace when looking at it from the time perspective of which these terms were in use and how they were used. I always consider her being a part of the whole and not separate. I mean, you know, the degree applies, you know, when you say the knowledge degree and the wisdom degree. Who's a colored man, who's a Caucasian man? Like I said, man, woman, and child is included in that, but how it applies to each of them. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you say we a family, yeah, we a family, but what that means to the father, right, is different from what that means to the daughter. What that means to the son is different from what that means to the mother, because of the place value in the role that they playing. You see what I mean? Just like our solar system is the Milky Way, right? But that means something different for the sun than it means for the earth. Joseph said, support the police. Where are the good police? I don't know where we at. Jasim said that too, though. I was wondering. I figured I might have to dig in the crates for audio tapes or whatever as I continue swimming. Joseph said, he said he was thinking the same thing I was thinking. I can't recall it. Support the police said, Joe, all police are good. Don't break the law. Okay, you got to give me a date when all police became good. Because a cop just got fired. When was that? 2 days ago? Yesterday? When did that cop get fired for jacking up that little girl at the elementary school and putting it in the back of the car. I know you're not saying he's a good police. They wouldn't have fired him. D. Chris say you shining hard. You shining hard online. They coming out the woodworks to cause confusion and trouble amongst the righteous. Oh, support the police and the black atheists are the same person? Yeah, that sounds about right. $793 agreed. Support the police said. Police protect and serve. Joseph, he hit it on the head right here. I support the police, the nation of gods and earth do not advocate breaking the law. Support the police say, yes, I'm asking you person with the live video. Black Lives Matter are no different than the KKK. Well, I mean, what I'm doing on here is educating people, you understand what I'm saying, in some things that I think could bring about a change in them doing that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the level that, you condemning people, I mean, you probably have room to do that. But I've participated in some things where, you know what I'm saying, I don't have the same mentality that you have where I would get angry at these things happen. You understand what I'm saying? When these things happen in my mind, that just means I have more work to do in teaching. You see what I'm saying? But getting mad is not the response that I would have. That's first of all from a personal level. From another level, support the police. You bring up a point that is kind of ridiculous because when the people that are shooting people down in the street, right? These are people who, if you go up to them, for the most part, they'll tell you that they don't have no respect for the law or society. And you're comparing that to a person who is sworn to protect the members of society. A person who's actually taking that on. Like, you went to the academy. Nobody recruits or drafts police officers. You went out of your way to do this, to say that you here to protect people, and you end up killing the people. See, this to me is equivalent, right? If you had a school teacher, right? If you had a school teacher and the school teacher got caught molesting the children, right? And then the school teacher said, well, how come you don't get mad when the children have sex with each other? You're not mad when the children, when a junior has sex with a senior, you're not mad then. See, the reason is because the students are there in a different capacity than the police are there. The same way that a cop is supposed to be carrying a gun in a different capacity than the criminals are supposed to be carrying a gun. See, you don't make it so interchangeable when you down at the precinct. You don't act like you the same as the criminals when you down at the precinct. You don't say, well, you know what? Let me sit in the cell for a while. You come out here and do the paperwork. So you don't want to switch off then. You don't want to make it interchangeable then. So let's not be ridiculous. Let's stay inside of I see Jasim had to take care Jasim had to take care of support the police. But that was still a point that I figured I'd go into right there. D. Christian said Bruce Lee kicked support the police out of here. Yeah, I think they was the same person, District 120. Kareem said all police are definitely not good, and now why, for instance, a lot of people are becoming police just for the pay. Yep. 793 said, has he not heard that this nation also have police as part of it? Yeah, we got brothers. SW said he thinks this is some anti-white, anti-structured group of people with protest signs and stuff. Joseph said support the police. You can't answer questions. How this room ain't for you. Here we build, which consists of us asking and answering questions. SW said see the 28th degree born in itself and being reversed as the title reads. Kareem said police walk up to us with their hands on their hammers. That's more of a preconceived notion than protocol. District 120 said the only time they was good was when they visited in the DARE program, and that was even an illusion. I should have said appeared. Yeah, I don't really, that's a misnomer to me, Even though, like you said, we have some brothers that is, involved with that. But, my question is always, look, if you're such a good cop, why haven't you ever arrested any cops? Like, when there's a cop, right, and, he's corrupt and it's all the stuff that he's been doing, how has he never been arrested, man? Like, right now, wouldn't you be shocked if somebody told you, like, yeah, I'll be down at the precinct selling crack? Like, I'll be right in front of the desk sergeant right there, I'll be selling crack. Wouldn't that shock you? Wouldn't you say, hold up. The desk sergeant must be down. How could you be selling crack? You don't mean like across the street from the precinct. You mean in the precinct, in front of the cameras, selling crack. And you sitting here talking to me right now. All right, first of all, I see you. I'm out. But you have a cop, you working here every day with these dirty cops, and they ain't say not one thing to him. Where's your investigative prowess? So I don't fall for none of that crap. Friend of Pete. ago was True City. This program, I guess it was decent. But the good thing about this program, I haven't figured it out, but it's some kind of way where other people could be, like I could use more than one camera or something. You know, I experiment. Darkim said it's never okay for the police to kill the people, even if you are the police, even when the people are killing each other. Google Hangouts? Nah, I ain't tried that yet. District 120 said I ran into my dear officer from school when I was out at the bowling alley with my friends and he acted like he didn't remember me. Hey, man. D. Christian said, what do you consider the top 3 qualities on being an effective teacher? This probably gonna sound stupid, but knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, first of all, you gotta know a lot. You know what I'm saying? To teach somebody, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have effective knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the people gotta be able to see that for them to even respect you as somebody to listen to. You know what I'm saying? You know, in terms of wisdom, you know, you gotta be able to wisdom with power. You gotta be able to wisdom with magnetic. You gotta be able to create the magnetic to draw the people to you so that the knowledge and wisdom can have an effect. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta have wisdom, you know, in your ways and actions and the things that you're doing when the people is watching what you showing. You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's gotta reflect the level of knowledge that you have. You know what I'm saying? When you're using it, you know, and then you gotta have understanding. You know, you gotta, you know, not just understanding in terms of you understanding what you're dealing with. You gotta have understanding that, look, you know, we got Amina in the room right now going off, you know, or the different people, you know, y'all call it patience. Y'all call it patience in the room when y'all speaking. You see what I'm saying? But there's such a thing as being understood and having understanding. You see what I'm saying? Even to know, you know, who the people, like when, you know, you say, all right, you got an understanding on who these people are that you're dealing with and what they're about. You see what I'm saying? So that you know, these people over here that you're teaching, you know what I'm saying? You might can't teach them the same way as you could teach another group of people. You know, that's a part of the understanding that you got to have as a teacher. Kareem asked a question about why is that specific temperature used to measure sound. 60 degrees is the average temperature at sea level on the whole planet. the average temperature at sea level is 60 degrees. There's actually a number, it's called like standard atmosphere and pressure. Like it's some type of coefficient that you could use to calculate the speed of sound at different temperatures. But you gotta look that one up. That's make that exact. District 120 said facts. I just got 2 students and we was building on understanding the other day. Yourself said you teach me a lot just by watching. That's when I'm doing that, that's when I'm doing the right thing. Jasim said I'm having trouble distilling my wisdom so that understanding can be gleaned. I don't understand. Also dealing with the time it takes between the spring rain and fall harvest if you acknowledge my wisdom. The time. Yeah, those last 2 I don't understand. Time between the spring rain and the fall harvest. You know, that's. I wonder if cause y'all know I grow fruits and vegetables. I wonder if I ever thought, cause that's the thing, I never even thought about this. What you say, the time it takes between the spring rain and the fall harvest. If I had thought about that, my crops might have came out better. You got me thinking of a whole. I might employ some new techniques this spring right here, man. Build or destroy, he created. Right. Now you've had Allah is real. Peace, what's the deal? Yeah, but see, you know, you can't, you know, sometimes she's dragging down the what's her name, you know, and then I get too caught up in that Luciferian stuff. You know, like right now she's typing, you know, I can't see the real comments that I need to see, man. I want to read that crap. State of the art said, how long has the original lost the knowledge of himself? Well, you're not on that degree. You like to get on things that's well beyond yourself, but it says the original man has searched for a mystery God for trillions of years. Olu Graphic said to Jasim, the way to speak with understanding is to speak as you talking to a child or someone that doesn't have 120 or supreme mathematics or supreme alphabet. Yeah, that's a good example. That's a good example. And that's a demonstration of true understanding too. When you can explain something to a 6-year-old. See, if you can't explain something to a 6-year-old, you don't really understand it that well yourself. If you could only explain things to me, who's been doing this for decades, that's not really a true measure of you having wisdom and understanding. So you got people that they hire scientists amongst us. They ain't never taught nobody. They want to come around us and use all these big words. Kareem said, I always said build or destroy while speaking, but I agree with my degree being build and destroy. Well, what makes you agree with it being build and destroy? And why did you pick that one? Like, why not love, hell, and right? Why not rule and ruler? Why not culture and freedom? Power and refinement? Why'd you pick build and destroy? See, because if it's build and destroy, if it's and, then it applies to everything. Like it's a build and destroy power. Because it's and, it's not or. See, when we get to 8, we either build or we destroy. You either build, you either a part of the positive that's been added on to this cipher, and we build, or you a part of the negative that's creeped in, and you must be destroyed before we make this complete so that we can be born alive. But when you say build and destroy, when you build and destroy, these are opposite things. Now they can apply within a situation. It's two sides to everything. You understand what I mean? So, if if you build a house, right? You probably destroy some trees. But building and destroying the house at the same time, that doesn't seem really prudent to me. District 120 said, I seen where a brother said destroying isn't always negative, but wouldn't that be building if you have to get rid of something to make way for new construction? Well, like I just said, they two sides of the same thing. Meaning that, look, if I'm building with you, right, I'm increasing, I'm adding on to your intelligence, and I'm destroying your ignorance. So that's why they both 8, because they work in tandem like that. True Self said he was doing the knowledge to one of my live streams, and you spoke on heavy water signs. It indeed is a science behind the hydrogen bomb making. The water has an extra hydrogen molecule. See, I told y'all I knew what I was talking about. The guy came and dropped the signs, and now y'all know. I knew it was a high science. Still making the hydrogen bomb. It really is something called heavy water. Jasim said always comes back to knowledge. I need to keep doing the knowledge and understanding will come in time. Born King said he and her. Now I got he or her. Miss Sandwich, listen, I don't know what she's planning on doing. She's gonna have to cut it out. Joseph said, even to plant a tree, I must break the dirt. Al-Kim Salam, peace. Jassim said, that's what I'm thinking. Like life is in a constant state of creation and destruction. Yeah, but it's the God just stepped in peace. You know what I'm saying? But it's what they call it, it's the cycle of life. It's like the ecosystems. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning like, you know what I'm saying, when they show you how an animal graze on the grass and then they live over the time and then they die, and then when they body decays back in, then it fertilizes the ground and then more plants grow. You understand what I'm saying? That's that's one cipher that goes together, like give and take. Korean said, I see build or destroy as a positive or a negative, north and south diversity, but build and destroy as when you do positivity, you are at the same time destroying negativity, a duality, more of an equator. District 120 said he or her 13 or 31. Oh yeah, Boy King was saying he got he or her too. Yeah. People don't say he and her. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got people today saying he and her, but they not a part of our nation. But I suppose today I would have to say that I misspoke just then. You have some people out there that they bear witness to he and her. State of the art, man. I'm trying to stay away from most of what he's saying today. ASW. I'll let you say what they are. Who I lost you, Jasim, or state of the art lost you. If you talking about state of the art, your mistake was trying to follow him from the J off. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Hey, look, you was on a mission. You was on a mission following him already. Darkim said, build or destroy is a balancing process that varies according to what is being built or destroyed. Kareem said, my supreme alphabet didn't have her, but I added it. Joseph said, only way he and her work is if you saying he is God and her is earth. But even still, that's a stretch, very much so. True Self said Hitler tried to hijack a hydroelectric dam during on his strive for power for that purpose, i.e., hydrogen bomb making. Yeah, that's it. That's a little science there. A little bit of history. A little bit of history for everybody to check out. And I'm not with the ands, because like I said, when it's and, right, that means it's both at the same time. And see, when you look at the knowledge degree, right, this is what I'm saying, the way I'm drawing it up. This is how I'm drawing it up. When you look at the knowledge degree in the 1 in 10, right, it don't say the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, or God of the universe. It says, and God of the universe. I know English is, a language where the rules are very loose. But if I'm not mistaken, if we have any English majors in here, right, and or are conjunctions that mean very specific things. In fact, we got an English major downstairs, but I don't want to disturb him. Kareem said, if build, destroy is balancing, then it is not diverse. My point being, build and destroy this, and only applies to 8. I didn't really understand that. Joseph said, can't be when we talking physical. 2 atoms can't occupy the same space and time. Wow, this is a question over here. Shaquem said he's at a play with his daughter. He's at a play with his daughter at her school, and Frank, to say the least. Still a day left to so-called Black History Month. Well, first of all, that's peace that you over there with your daughter. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I would rather be watching something besides Anne Frank myself. Born King said, and, but, and or are conjunctions. Remember the conjunction junction jingle. Yeah. Conjunction junction. What's your function? Yeah, I remember that joint. SW said, right, and is inclusive, or is an option, to be brief. True Self said, the other hydrogen atom makes the water very unstable. God said, build or destroy, is symbolic to the two pieces of steel. In District 120, Carter G. Woodson never wanted Black History to just be 1 month. District 120 said facts and or are conjunctions, so one explains the characteristics of a thing and the other connects to terms by similarities. The compare and contrast function. So, this question here, wisdom, equality, Islam, and Ma'at congruent? Well, I don't really know what Ma'at is. I don't really know what Ma'at is. I mean, I know what it is, but I mean, to really speak on it in this type of context, I'm not that familiar with it. Wisdom and equality, from what I do know about my wisdom and equality are, I guess, this is a loose description, but those are feminine numbers. Islam is not feminine. From the little bit of knowledge that I do have of my eye, these are principles, but it's also considered feminine. So, for me, Islam is patriarchal. You know what I'm saying? Like, Muhammad, he was a man, the people that was around him was warriors that established it. You understand what I'm saying? My personal history, you know what I'm saying? Or, our collective history as this nation right here, this was born from a man, and his ideas. You understand what I'm saying? There was no woman that carried no baby for us to be here as a nation. You see what I'm saying? So, I would disagree with that, but maybe you could clarify the question, and I might be able to give a better answer. Jassim said the lessons online referred to Islam as her. I mean, well, that's one thing the guy just said right there. That's true that those are Muslim lessons, right? And here's the other thing, right? In our particular lessons, right, it said that Islam renews its history, right, every 25,000 years. And that history is based on his home circumference, which is the planet Earth, which is the feminine in that degree. So I'm not sure which degree you've seen with Islam referred to as a her. But I'm saying referring to my degrees, it demonstrates that Islam is masculine.
It's 8 o'clock.
So, SW said, my aunt was a female deity. Yeah, I guess we're going to find out right now. You saying that the and is really for 8. I mean, I don't see how you demonstrated that build or destroy should be build and destroy. Yeah. SW said Islam, as far as the NOI, really caters to the female, so they associate their peace with the personification of a woman, even to the point of the woman wisdom being before the knowledge. Yeah, I don't have that degree of knowledge about them. Al-Kim Salan said, my aunt was represented by a female deity. Tahuti is the masculine. The Greeks call him Hermes Trismegistes. Trismegistes. Oh, your lesson said, why does Islam renew her history? Nah, mine says Islam renew its history. See, those was Melchizedek has the Muslim lessons online. Yeah, he got the Muslim lessons all over. Nah, I ain't never seen her in the knowledge degree in the 1 to 40. AC, peace. Peace to the God. ID Christian, peace. Trismegistus. Trismegistus is the correct pronunciation. District 120, Hermes, the 7 Hermetic Principles. Night Owl. I guess it's your time. Yeah, her in the Bill degree, referring to the water. Referring to the water in the earth. That's why I said I make from my degrees, right? It refers to the earth as she and the water as she. You understand what I'm saying? So if the earth is a she, right, and Islam is a she, then that's wisdom in the knowledge degree. You know what I'm saying? And when it says Islam renews its history, right? But what does the first line tell you? Darkim said, Ma'at represent a few things from justice, balance, righteousness, just to name what I know. Yeah, I know it's principles. Ma'at is about principles, but somehow it's expressed in a feminine. That's why I say I don't really understand it. To, go into it like that. Al-Kim Salam said the planet Earth is the home of Islam. Islam is the masculine principle. God said we know he also sells supreme wisdom book, and a lot of brothers who buy that book don't know that our lessons are different. One King said NOI supreme wisdom says renew her history in the question, but in the answer it states his history. Also, the degree says 9,080 years, so that degree is all chopped up, not writing exact from the NOI. SW said my aunt was just a feminine expression of freedom, justice, and equality. Joseph said Islam is a culture. Once you got knowledge, was my understanding. Now you have proper culture. Well, then it's time for proper culture. I wouldn't say you have it automatically. Jasim said, can I write to the school and get a set? No. I know that's crazy to ask, but won't I get the wrong understanding from the wrong knowledge? Yes. Divine Truth said, even in the supreme alphabet, it borns the same characteristics of what a woman is, water, the substance of earthly life. S. Reeves, peace is God. Peace, isn't that lesson really saying that your woman is where you find peace? Which lesson? The knowledge degree in the 140? You had to drop a jewel on us about that. Drop a jewel on us about that. You know what I'm saying? How you see that? You took over right in the nick of time.
Huh?
You took over right in the nick of time.
You heard all that shit, right?
Yeah.
See, imploded and shit today, man.
Yeah, man.
He imploded, man.
He started too early. Cause I ain't gonna front. I never even used to notice because the way
Me
you
neither.
know
I
what I'm
never
saying?
noticed that he was getting drunk.
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
not. Oh man.
He flipped on every vendor today.
Wow,
As soon as you got on the thing, he had the vendor. He was about to fight him. I had to pull the guy like, yo, chill. He's fucked up. I had to say something because homie ended up doing one of these. And you know when a person be like they walking home and then they double back. He did that. Because he was like, yeah, fucking watch your fucking mouth. The dude was like, all right, fucking, I'm out and shit. And he kept moving. And he doubled back. Dum, dum. What? I was like, nah, this
He
dude is
Kareem
fucked up.
said that his and the answer
You gonna get hurt.
first degree is referring to the physical black man, not Islam. He Kareem. Now we got to go back to what is Islam? See, when we go back to the born degree, right? When we go back to the born degree in the 1 to 10, right? And we say, what is Islam? When you say it's referring to the physical black man and not Islam. This may be what they call a separation with no distinction. Darkim, don't get caught up with state of the art. He might be talking about that woman that stole his lessons. Joseph said, equality is anything made of mass material, solids, liquids, gases, so the earth is all that. Yeah, I can see it from that aspect. Is that is not masculine or feminine. Now, as W says right here, as Reeves said, matter is passive, which is acted upon by the mind, which is active. I can see that. But this is what I'm saying. If Islam is our self-lord and master, like I think you might be, like, do the knowledge. It tells you that the Quran, right? It says Quran or Bible, right? In the degree. It says Quran or Bible. And then it says history or Quran. So this is what I'm wondering if, who is this I'm speaking to? He, Kareem, might be missing this right here. It says Quran or Bible, right? Who made the Holy Quran or Bible? And then it says, why does Islam renew its history every 25,000 years? Right? So maybe he's looking at the Quran or Bible as separate from the history. So he's saying that this is what I'm wondering. It says wise man from the east or black man makes his history or Quran. So when it says, why does Islam renew its history? You're renewing the writing of the history. Like it's saying there clearly, right? Well, some brothers' lessons say original people. My lesson say original man who is Allah. So if the original man is who's wrote the Holy Quran or Bible, which is the Quran or history, and then it's telling you that Islam is basing is history or Quran, like when it's using those terms interchangeably, it's telling you that they one and the same. Yeah. See, I know a lot of people got original people in their lessons. Now, I seen people that got original people in their lessons that don't have her history. But my lessons got the original. See, for me, in my lessons is the way I draw it up. The history was made by the original man. The devil was made by the original people. But I could be nitpicking right there. But are you understanding what I'm saying though? Like, you know, the way you're saying it is like Islam is a separate entity. Meaning the original man, like, he wrote the history, and then you're saying it as if Islam is somebody else or another entity that comes along and renews the history. You see, King Me said he got original people who is Allah, Supreme Being, Black Man of Asia. See, to me, that's you know, that's why mine says original man, because when it says original people who is Allah, then it says Supreme Being, Black Man of Asia. The original people is more than just the Supreme Being, Black Man. Yeah, the knowledge did travel a lot through word of mouth. Supreme Justice, right now we getting into I think we had a couple good topics, but right now we dealing with Islam, right? Being synonymous with the original man in the knowledge degree. Troll army left. Yeah. I can't. What was the original question? I think Jasim asked an original question that we went into the knowledge degree, and then somewhere down the line, somehow we got into how exactly did that materialize? Kareem asked the question. So what it appeared is that when you look at the question, right, it says who made the Holy Quran or Bible, how long ago, and tell us why does Islam renew its history every 25,000 years? Al-Kim Salam said energy is matter, E equals MC squared. Matter is energy at a low vibration, slow atoms. Joseph said matter is made up of protons, electrons, and neutrons. Energy can just be one of the three. Energy can just be one of the three. Have to consider that. Kareem said Islam is not separate from the original man, but from the messenger seed. It goes from a landmass to a physical description. That's why her is used in the question and his in the answer. Well, I mean, that's interesting, from that perspective, I don't have her in my knowledge degree. So I wasn't, I never looked at it like that. Like I said, from the very beginning, what I'm saying, Islam is our self-Lord and Master. Oh, that's how it came up. The brother asked if wisdom, equality, Islam, and Ma'at, right, could all be congruent. And I was saying that Islam is masculine, and you could tell, right, because Islam bases history on the planet Earth. And the planet Earth is the feminine aspect in that degree. You know what I'm saying? Well, listen. When you get to the line, y'all keep leaving it out. It says if one Supreme Justice said if one looks at the acronym of Islam, our self-Lord and Master, as well as our God, all of that is rooted in supreme mathematics. So therefore the original man is such, because he is the embodiment and foundation of all that. Two biggest changes in the lessons: first and 33rd degrees. What changes would those be? But this is what I'm saying, right? In the question, right? It asks, why does Islam renew its history, right? Even if it says her history every 25,000 years, right? In a degree, it says the original man bases his history on his home circumference a year to every mile. Thus, every time his history lasts for 25,000 years, he renews it again for another 25,000 years. So if the question is asking you, why does Islam renew its history? And the answer is telling you that the original black man, right, renews his history. That's telling you that our self-Lord and Master is the original man. This is why we not religious. This is why when we talking about Islam, right, we not talking about 632 AD. But yeah, that was how that ended up coming out, Supreme Justice. Yeah, we spent, that was considerable time on that question. We got, is there any other questions out there? I'm about to take it down, give me some God degrees, man. Supreme Justice said, because it has no beginning nor ending, the original man, like Islam, myself, Lord and Master, always has been and always will be. See, that's the mind, and the structure is mathematics, the earth. The earth has physical limitation. Love, peace. See, this was a good one, where I apparently built the understanding that was born was so clear that we don't have any questions. We had a little troll army. A little troll army today and everything too. Don't forget, you got that joint. I'll make that bigger. Check out them shirts. Yeah, true self. I'm about to go in. Yourself. You could hit the Cash App, or you could hit the PayPal. The PayPal is the what is it? Pay me. PayPal.me@randomjewels, or the Cash App. Those shirts right there, those particular that King of Kings is $26 plus the shipping. You in America, so the shipping is $4. I gotta get that into one of the stores, but it's already the shirts is made. If you hit me on the Cash App or the PayPal, I get that to you. I bet. Yeah, do that. Cash App and send an email, and in the email put your the shipping address. The Mythbusters is in the store. If you go to the which site is this on here? The labs.big cartel. But either way, if you hit me on the what's name, because I can't recall how much the Mythbusters hoodie is. But that's in the Big Cartel store. In fact, when you email me, I'll send you the link. Edwin Del Val. Alright. So yo, I'm gonna check everybody out, man. Everybody check out the shirts. You know what I mean? Check out the sounds. Check out the Son of Joseph. Download that, stream that. If you like the CDs or whatever, get some of those. Be on the lookout for Passion of the Christ. Passion of the Christ is gonna be dropping any day now. In fact, those songs that I was playing that I had used for the intro to a couple of the videos a while ago, those was the Passion of the Christ songs. So those is gonna be hitting soon. But peace to everybody. Thanks for y'all support on that, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.